we go. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's Fair Catch Sports Show again. Hey, this is Julius. Got Elise and Isaiah over here. So
What's up,
hey,
guys?
what's going on, y'all? It's February 26th. It's the week of the combine. So we got a lot to talk about, but hopefully, we'll get to as much as we can. But we'll start off this week. With you guys can introduce yourselves like we always do, and then we'll go ahead into the first topic.
AJ, y'all know me. If you don't know me, you live under a rock. So,
Isaiah. At this point, I'm getting tired of saying my name. So at some point, y'all got to know me.
Hey man, hey, you might have some new people on here, man. So we
every
gotta let them
time.
know who you are, man. So every time you just gotta introduce it.
I can't miss me on Twitter, man. I can't miss
Well,
me.
that is very true. That is very true.
Yep.
So, first topic I want to talk about today with you guys is we're gonna go a little different. I know we've been talking about football here recently, but we're gonna go with Patrick Kane's return slash Chris Chelios's retirement. I don't know how much again you guys got to check out, but what were your thoughts on everything yesterday? If you were able to catch on to it.
I thought it was a beautiful night last night. Everyone showed up, like all the stars were there. Patrick Sharp was there, Marion Hossa, all the guys from pretty much the Stanley Cup run were there. I didn't see if Taze was there or not. I'd have to look at that, but pretty much most of the main guys were there. That was cool to see. Chris Chelios was there. He was a legend in his own right in the
Hmm.
90s with the Blackhawks. So,
Hmm.
you saw Dennis Rodman there. He was there. Jordan couldn't come. He was supposed to, but he had a death in the family. So he left a little video for Chris Chelios. But, I mean,
Hmm.
couldn't get any better. I mean, you saw the Patrick Kane tribute because it was his first time back home since being traded and signing with the Red Wings. So that was beautiful to see. He got a standing ovation until the end of the game when he won the game for the Red Wings. But I mean,
And
it
he
was a
still got a
perfect night.
standing ovation then.
Yeah, it didn't get that then. So, but he got a standing ovation, and it was just a beautiful night. Beautiful night.
Yeah, I feel like it was pretty good. I don't have really anything to complain about. I feel like the whole night it was great to see, an even better game, for it to come down to the wire and him score that goal. It was kind of funny, but at least it's somebody that who actually is a hero for Chicago, not somebody who haven't played for Chicago. You get the gist, but it was a good game to see.
Yeah, I liked it, man, because you would have liked to have turned out better for the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? You would love for them to have gotten the win. I think they went ahead 2-1. Bedard assisted on the goal, so the quote unquote new guy replacing the old guy. You know what I'm saying? Like for him to be involved in that was pretty cool. But then DeBrinket, who we traded last year, decided to spoil the party and tie the game up, which
Bro,
ended up forcing overtime.
the
And
Brinket and Kane ruining the night was crazy. I'm
yo,
not gonna
like
lie, it was crazy.
I'm just, when I saw it, because I actually had turned the game back on because I was actually cooking whatever on the grill, and I turned the game back on right like like a minute before Kane's breakaway. And when I saw him in the breakaway, I said, "Oh, yep, this game right here." And
Bro,
he did his famous
bro, the
move, and it
NHL
was over with.
scripted that. The NHL scripted that.
Kelly,
I promise.
yeah, all
Yeah,
the celebrations, yeah, definitely.
yeah, that was crazy, man. It was like
So crazy.
when he did that, I was like, man, that's what we remember. And I think Chris Chelios said something about it, like he feels like he'll be the greatest
American-born hockey player, which I'm not. I can't dispute that. I know a little bit about hockey, but not enough to dispute that. You know what I'm
Hometown
saying? Like,
kid. Hometown
yeah,
kid.
he's from with Buffalo, New York. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he was brought up in the organization. He helped us to 3 cups, man. He'll
No, I think he's from
forever be a
Illinois.
legend.
If I was looking
No,
correctly.
Chris Chelios is. Yeah, Chris Chelios is. He's from.
Yeah.
Man, I forget where he's from. I have to look
Somewhere
it
in
up.
Illinois.
Yeah, he's from the Chicagoland area. Yeah, he's from
Around here. So, yeah, he's definitely from here. Chris Chelios, when I first started watching hockey back when I was young, my neighbor really got me into it because he used to play hockey all the time. He played roller hockey, and then he had NHL, all the NHL games. So he really got me into it. And just Chris Chelios, honestly, was one of my favorite players. Even when he went to the hated Red Wings, I was still like cheering for him because I felt like Blackhawks should have never let him go.
Why all the Blackhawks legends go to the Red Wings?
Yo, I don't even know. That's crazy.
I don't get that, bro.
Yeah, I don't even understand that, man. That's like Bears. That's like Bears legends going to Green Bay. Like, oh man, why do we have to do this, man? Yo, that'd be when you see that, man. You be like, dude, come on. You could have went to anybody else but them. Like, especially when you know how heated the rivalry is. But hey, money talks, man. And sometimes people go to these other organizations because they feel like those organizations are better. So you know what I'm saying? I see Justin Lee in the chat, man. What's going on?
What's up, Justin?
Yeah, Justin is crazy. So hey, yeah, it was good. It was a good game. I'm glad the fans gave Patrick Kane a proper send off, man. He deserved it. He did 3 skater rounds. Like, man, it was pretty interesting, man. That was cool. That was cool. So it was a great night, even though they didn't get the win, but it was all around, like you said, it was a good event. I'm glad that they did it for those people, man. So
hey, that Bedard push on Patrick Kane had me hollering though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, it was.
I think Bedard is, and I'll just touch on this a little bit. He's a more, I think, there's some Blackhawks fans, during Kane's time that did not like, his aggressiveness throughout the games. I think Bedard is a much more aggressive player and a much more physical player
I agree.
At his age,
than Kane? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Kane, he's a lot more aggressive because I used to go crazy at Kane.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, the crazy thing was when they showed all the stuff, I was just thinking back to their Stanley Cup runs, and I was like, that was just such a crazy time. Like, dang.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Kane used to drive.
He was a dog.
He was. But he definitely only played one side. Like I'm like you guys said, he used to frustrate me because like this dude, man, he all skill. He ain't hitting nobody. He's not playing not a lick of defense. Defense was that. His defense is his offense. That's his defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but again, he was so good that he's so good he can do that. And they had the right team around him to allow him to really accentuate his skills and be the best player he could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that was good, man. We were lucky to have him.
To be able to witness greatness for as long as he got to witness it with him. And Taves, yeah, but I didn't see Taves either.
I didn't think he was there.
Duncan Keith as well. He's another.
Oh yeah,
Duncan Keith, Marion
Hossa,
Patrick for Sharp. A little while. Patrick Sharp, Brent Seabrook for a little while.
Brent Seabrook.
Chris Crawford. Corey Crawford.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was about to say
them
Corey.
Teams were crazy.
Yeah, they had some good teams, man. Really, really good teams. So, hey, hopefully Bedard help bring another championship. We'll see. They still young. I hope that they keep the coach, man.
Celebrini, bring him to me.
Yeah.
I need him.
Yeah.
Any one of those.
Yeah, we do, man. We need something, man. Like I say, hopefully the Blackhawks are patient with the team, keep the coach.
Right.
That way we can they can build and go from there. Because I think a lot of times in all sports, man, sometimes we get away from, the coaches or the managers too early. You know what I'm saying? We cut bait, and it's like, man, you didn't give them time to even do nothing. Like,
for sure.
So, but hey, that's all right. But we'll talk about another team that's been looking pretty good lately. Hey, the Chicago Bulls. So, how y'all feeling about the Bulls? They did. They beat the Pelicans.
They beat the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls are a weird team for me because they have moments where you're like, oh my gosh, they're this really like solid team. They're fun to watch. And then other moments you're like, I hate this team. So it's like, it depends on the day for them, I guess. Like last night, I thought they played really good team basketball. Happy for Vucci at his 200th career double-double.
Right.
Ayo Dosunmu, I love him coming off the bench. He's been hot lately. Kobe White's played well. That sixth man of the year, that most improved player is his though, definitely for sure. DeMar does what DeMar does, so Drummond gets double doubles in his sleep. So I think they're a decent team. I don't know how far they would get in the playoffs or in the play-in. So
hit the wrong thing.
Yeah,
we just have to see.
I don't know what to say about the Bulls. I'm kind of like, show me consistency.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think consistency is something that's important for them, especially. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't. It's like one game they'll be good, and then the next game they'll just.
Right. It's like, bro.
You be like, what happened?
It's so frustrating.
Right. You'd be like, what happened? Like, did y'all even
get it?
Did y'all miss the disclaimer that you were supposed to play tonight? I mean, come on.
They pick and choose what team they want to play for and what teams they don't. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, I look at the comments. Dante said all they gotta do is keep Zach LaVine where he's at right now. Kobe White is on a roll, and it seems like the chemistry is more better without Zach LaVine. I mean, they are playing a little bit better.
You're not wrong, but when DeMar's been off the floor too, they've been running up and down the court with their young guns. Torrey Craig's been hurt. I don't know when he's coming back because he just got hurt. Patrick Williams got season-ending foot surgery, whatever that means. Not like he was really doing much of anything anyway, but I mean, now guys like Dalen Terry are getting minutes, so I guess.
I think they're gonna bring. I think they're gonna bring Patrick Williams back. Honestly, I think they'll bring him back. I don't know if they're gonna get big money. But
he was talking crazy in the offseason, talking about he's worth like $200 million.
I hope he knows he ain't that. So,
bro, get that somewhere else, then.
I think I saw that he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, Bulls can match any offer.
Yeah, they can match any offer. So.
It better be like 2 years, $20 million. Like he ain't, bro.
I think they'll bring him back, man, because whether we like him or not, I just think that it's one of them things that he hasn't been used right. I think they wanted him to do more than he's capable of doing right now. So maybe he'll be a late bloomer, but I just think that they depend on him too much, and I don't think that that's what his game is. I think that they should have let him come along slowly, kind of like. I mean, the Spurs are different. I'm not saying the Bulls are the Spurs, but the Spurs would allow Kawhi Leonard to find himself. You understand what I'm saying? They let him play his defense. He slowly got better and better every season, and then which culminated in him getting the Finals MVP, and then he elevated. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something the Bulls should do with Patrick Williams. But hey, I mean we'll see. Like you said, they're gonna have some question marks. I think Ayo has been doing really good. He played really well last night. He helped when they were down, when they went on their little run to take over the game. Ayo and Kobe are playing really well. I think I like the fact that Vooch is being aggressive. I like that because I feel like Vooch don't get used the way he's supposed to. But hey, that's just me. But I don't know. I like the Bulls, man.
I feel like that too a little bit, but.
I want the Bulls to get rid of that coach. That's what I want them to do.
A lot of people want to get rid of. A lot of people want to get rid of Billy.
I am not a Billy Donovan fan, bro. Like
Billy need to hit the road. That's what Billy need to do.
Too bad they gave him an extension though. So
they did, man.
That's Gary Ryan style for you, huh?
Yeah, but I think you're starting to. I think finally you're starting to see kind of Billy how he's a decent coach. I think he's a good coach. Honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I think he's a good coach, but I think the problem is they haven't had a consistent point guard. They haven't had a consistent point guard play. So now that they kind of getting it, they look like a different team. You know what I'm saying? And Billy Donovan has always had pretty good point guards when his teams are good. So he ain't got a point guard. His system really ain't gonna work. So I think that's the difference. Like he just.
Yes, I agree, Dante.
I think Billy Donovan is like. I look at the situation like he's not necessarily a guy that's gonna take you over to the top to win a championship.
I agree on that.
Yeah, no, he's not doing that. No,
he's like Ross from the Cubs, pretty much.
Yes, that's a good comparison. He'll get you about as far as he can get you, and then you need somebody. It's kind of like Mark Jackson with the Warriors.
Yeah.
Mark Jackson got them as far as he could. He developed them as much as he could, and Steve Kerr was the final. He was the piece that pushed them all to the level that they need to get to. Yeah, he pushed them over the top.
He just got his extension too. He's the highest paid coach in the NBA.
So it's like, some coaches are able to do that. It's kind of like Phil Jackson was for the Bulls. You had Doug Collins, but then they was like, hey, Doug, it ain't gonna work no more. So they got rid of Doug. And now it's like, well, we're going to go with Phil Jackson. And nobody heard of Phil Jackson. Nobody even knew he existed. And he came along, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dante, yeah. He is not a coach you can win a championship with. Exactly.
Not at all.
Not at all. We all, I think we all can agree with that. Yeah. No, I was just reading. He's saying Mark Jackson. Yeah, I think they did him wrong, but I think at the end of the day, even the players have hinted at it. I don't think they all know that Mark Jackson, like he's a good guy. I think they all knew that he wasn't going to get them to the championship level. I don't think and that's not a shot at him at all.
The hump. Yeah, I don't think he was the coach to get him over the hump.
Yeah, I don't think he was at all, man. And that's like I said, that's not a shot at him at all. That's just, I think, reality. You know what I'm saying? Some people you ain't gonna get to where you're at, and unfortunately, guys will get. Some people get the credit, some people won't. It's it's the same thing. It was like you look at somebody. Let's take like y'all know, I like the Heat, right? Because I love Dwayne Wade. He's my favorite player all the time.
Yeah.
The Heat had Stan Van Gundy to start that season,
right?
That they won a championship, and they couldn't get it together. Now Stan Van Gundy, we all know he a good coach. He's not bad. But Pat Riley was like, yeah, nah, you ain't. It's just not enough. I need more. These players need more, and he came down. He coached for that season, you know what I'm saying, and they ended up winning the championship. But that's because he just Stan Van Gundy, you know what I'm saying. No detriment to him, he just wasn't who they needed at the time. So, it'd be like that, man. It'd be like that. So we'll see. With the next team, the next two teams we'll talk about. But I specifically, the person I want to talk about before is like Cody Bellinger. You know what I'm saying. So it was a big thing. With
I'm so sorry, Ray. I'm so sorry, bro. This is a sad day.
I mean, I know y'all. Hey, y'all White Sox fans, but
day, bro.
You know what, man? I think we talked about this on Spaces. Like, I still, in my mind, I get it. I know why they let go of Tim Anderson, but I like Tim Anderson.
I'm happy for Tim. I hope he balls out. So
yeah, I like Tim Anderson. I felt like he should stay, but hey, it is what it is.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. The videos the Marlins put out with them uniforms, I might have to cop one because those looked amazing. The colors are freaking cool. So.
I'm sure that I think he's gonna have a good season. But if he was with the Cubs, he would have an even better season.
Here we go.
Nah, I don't know because where you gonna play? Where you gonna play?
Yeah, we ain't got no room for him, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and that's nothing against him. Like, where is he gonna play? I mean, he's not gonna play second base. He's not going. He could have played. Now I don't know if he's ever played third base or not. So that's something he probably could have played because we don't have a third baseman right now. You know what I'm saying?
I think Bush probably gonna be there, but that's a whole nother other thing.
You said who?
Probably Michael Bush, or
Michael Bush.
They're gonna force Morel to play first base, pretty much. Yeah. So
I think the thing I like about, I know like the White Sox, I like that they're going. They're trying to build, with the farm system stuff. So, it may or not. We'll see what happens with this year. I think we'll really find out if Pedro Grifol can really coach. Can manage. Excuse me. I ain't saying because I gotta can manage.
The
So we'll
Sox are
find
about to
out.
be terrible this year. I'm telling y'all right now.
I don't
Don't
know,
get your
man. You
hopes
know,
up. Like,
I'm not. I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just.
Either.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna bury him like some people will, because I want to see what Grafal can do. Like last year's team was a disaster. So you know what I'm saying. And but
why
we'll
you
see.
laughing, Dante? The Tigers beat the Astros, so don't be playing with me today. Don't
That's
do
true.
this.
That's
Don't
true.
do this.
That is very. But
Don't
yeah,
do
Cody
this.
Bellinger. I'm glad. I'm glad the Cubs re-signed him, man. I know he probably. I know Scott Boras wanted to get that man 200 million, and nobody was balking. Nobody was going for that. So it's like, while Scott Boras is, he gonna get you paid in a lot of situations. I think sometimes he's a detriment to his clients because he want to get the most money he can. But sometimes it's like he'll get them signed with teams that they really shouldn't be going to, or like holding out for forever. Like, bro, just I know you about your money, but man, good lord, if the guy say he want to go play back for the team, hey, let him go. So I don't know, man. I'm glad they got to resign. I don't know. We're gonna see if they supposedly they in the market for Matt Chapman, supposedly, but I don't know. We'll see if that really happens. I don't know if that happens.
I don't know. I don't
They're
know.
in the market for everybody. I remember the
Um,
countless amount of
If
tweets people put on my timeline talking about Shohei Ohtani. I'm
if
so glad y'all didn't get Shohei Ohtani. I still
I ain't
laugh at
think.
that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
I'm just
never thought
like,
we was
y'all
getting
are not
Shohei.
getting Shohei, bro.
it's okay. It's okay because like we slowly building up everything. Got a couple of guys on the farm system. Really excited for Alcantara. I'm excited, man. I just think if you do go out and get I think Julius just brought up his name. I forgot his name. What's his
Who
name?
you talking?
Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
It doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense to get him because you are going to play Bush at third baseman or probably Bellinger. I just don't think. I don't know if there's any room for him. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, he could. I mean, hey, that's on council to figure out who will play every day.
Mm-hmm.
They got a team now. They do. If they get him, Matt Chapman, yeah, it's gonna be some hard. It's gonna be some people out there like, man, I ain't getting no playing time. Well, the guy in front of you is
Step
a
up
little
your
bit
game.
better. Yeah,
Tell
you
me
better.
why
You
Pete Crow Armstrong dyed his hair though. That stuff is just
yo, what is
weird.
he? Yeah, I
Just
don't know. I
looks
hope he works
weird.
out, man. He does.
I think he's going to be really, really. He's going to be a Golden Glove for center field. I think he's going to be a really, really good center field. I think he got to obviously work on his hitting because I feel like he got a noodle arm, but he go come a long way. But as far as the defensive side of the ball, he's definitely going to play center field. I can't say a word where he's not back there.
He gonna be like Albert Almora, man. Almora got Gold Glove defense ability, but his bat just is not gonna get him there, man. You know what I'm saying?
If we can get him to solid, that's good enough.
Which is crazy because we had Almora and now we got Pete Crow Armstrong. Both of them dudes are amazing in center field, but they bats is failing them big time. So it's like, man, you ain't gonna be able to see them that often because they can't hit consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is, but hey, that's all right, man. We got to talk about both teams. We'll talk about the Sox. Definitely. I haven't just really gotten to baseball, so we need
That's
like
because
Justin to
spring
talk about
training
it.
games just started. They just
Man,
started, literally.
yeah, and I didn't even get to watch the first game, so I mean I didn't get to watch when they played the White Sox. I saw I think I saw one at bat, and then that was it.
It was
Because
over
I've been
after the
It
busy.
was
first inning. That's
it was
why
it
it
was
was
the
over. It was like 8-1, in like that. So it's like, yeah, I'm turning this
Yeah, when
off.
I looked on, because I just happened to go on Bleach Report, I said, "Oh man, 7-0 already, man!"
Yeah,
It's just like
it was beautiful.
I was like,
it was
"Wow, this is
disgusting.
crazy."
It was
So
disgusting.
yeah, it pretty much. All right, well move on to the next subject. You know what I'm saying? But really quickly, for those who may be new to the stream, please check us out. You know what I'm saying? Go to all your apps, like YouTube, go to Twitter. You can see us on the ticker below. You can follow us at all our ads on there. And if you go to YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe, please. You know what I'm saying? Help us out. And we appreciate y'all that's taking the time out of your days to watch us. Hopefully we give you the good content. So, like I said, help us out. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. So the next thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which just so happened to come out today, was this guy. and what he had to say.
Oh man,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: this has to be said because people was in my mentions today,
Go
bro.
ahead.
I still think Justin Fields gets traded, but I'm not gonna discredit Peter King. Like, so leave me alone, okay?
Well, go
If
ahead.
you ain't gotta
The
like what
floor
I
is yours.
said,
Go ahead.
leave me the heck alone, bro. But I'm not
Well,
gonna discredit Peter King. Peter King is one of the most well-known, glued-in guys in the NFL. If you don't like what he said, cry to him. Don't cry to me. I'm just the messenger. Dang,
right.
y'all don't. Okay, I'm done.
No, you good. Go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
I was gonna at least talking. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm not gonna deny anything he's saying. I'm not gonna deny it at all because he been pretty right in recent history.
This man's rarely ever misses. So
and I don't care.
I can't, bro. I can't.
To me, I don't care what the Bears do. I just want them to be certain in their decision and not look stupid at the end of this.
For real.
Because we've been having a lot of times where we in these type of situations and you not certain of your decision, and then
my thing is though,
Ryan Poles, I want him to lose his job. I want him to make the best decision, whether it's keeping Justin or Caleb, whatever,
or taking Caleb. My thing is though, I don't even think, like, I know people are getting mad at Peter King, but like this has been occurring for a couple of days now. If you've actually been paying attention, like on Twitter, like over the weekend, the NFL dropped a whole article talking about trade scenarios for the number one pick. Courtney Cronin and someone else, I forget who it was, I think it might have been Phil Yates, dropped an article about trading the number one pick. And then Peter King does it today. Peter Schrager talked about it on Good Morning Football today. So where there's smoke, there's fire. That's all I can say to that. Whether I agree with it or not, that's not, who cares? Like there's obviously some smoke to it if it's been talked about for days now. So just go with the flow.
If you trade back, all I want is one of those top receivers, either Neighbors.
Bro, I agree.
That's
I
why
agree because Peter talked about a double trade back with Commanders in Atlanta, but I'm like, if we miss out on one of them receivers, I don't know how to feel about that. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's kind of one of those things. You look at it. It's like, so me and you was on a space earlier, at least, because we were just like, this is ridiculous. But I don't know, man. It's kind of like, some people were saying, oh well, Ian Rappaport and all those guys are saying that he's gone. No, they're not. Like I'm so tired of people saying just absolute incorrect information, right? If you really read it,
lying on these people good name. Ian's never
right.
said he's
Like
not.
y'all
Ian says he thinks they trade Justin, but he's also always said Ryan Poles was still to be blown away to take a quarterback. Like he doesn't he doesn't leave it like, oh, they're for sure trading Justin and it's over. Like no.
And nobody has really said, none of the big the main people have said that. It's just other people that's just other analysts or whatever have said it. It's like, but it's like you're not. I just don't like when people just take a person's word and turn it to what they wanted and not say exactly what they said. It's like Isaiah saying like, right. It's like Isaiah saying, hey, I want to go play basketball. I want to go play 5-on-5 basketball. And I just say, well, nah, he just said he wanted to go shoot around. Like, that ain't what the man said. He said he want to go play 5-on-5. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But people be like, oh, well, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, they all are speculating. And even, what's my boy name? Mel Kiper. He even changed.
He even is too.
Exactly. But none of them are saying it's for sure, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Sorry for cutting over you. But even we speculate. Like,
right. All
we
of
don't
us
know what the heck they thinking in them rooms. We don't know what they're gonna do.
Exactly.
We have an opinion on what they might do, but that might not always be true.
Exactly.
We don't know.
I think because people are so one-sided, they don't want to look at both sides of this whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are so one-sided. They've picked a side, and that's the side they're sticking with. So any other scenario freaks them out. And I'm just like, bro, just trust Ryan Poles. Like I said, if you trust Ryan Poles, you'll be fine either way. You will be 100% chill either way.
So that's a good thing. I was thinking about this earlier. And I was trying to decide if I was gonna tweet it out or I was just gonna let it just go. But and you said a lot, and we talked about it before amongst us three. But like, do you really trust Ryan Poles? And I think that's a legit question for a lot of people, a lot of Bears fans, like, do you really trust Ryan Poles, or do you only trust him to do what you feel like is best? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I trust him to do what's best for the Chicago Bears. I don't care
Exactly.
how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Me and Elise, and me and her was talking about this yesterday. We were texting back and forth. She was like, I feel like Justin needs a fresh start, but I'm not opposed to him staying. And
I'm
I
not.
said,
No.
you know what I'm saying? And she say, I'll be cool with Caleb. And I said, I want Justin to stay, but I'd be cool if they trade him and get Caleb. It's like and that's because we both trust Ryan Poles, like regardless of what he does, because you know what I'm saying? And there's no shade to Mike Tomczak, but if I can watch a game with Mike Tomczak and be like, man, I hope we gonna do something, you can't tell me I can't be happy that we got Justin Fields. Like, we had quarterback Caleb Haney, Mike Tomczak, we had Cordell Stewart for a little
Giraffe
while.
neck.
Bro, Mike Glennon, all these
Bro.
dudes, man. Like, I'm sorry that one of the best talents we've ever had at the QB position, that I want to keep him, because we haven't had anything close to him except for Jay Cutler. And I'm still upset Jay Cutler didn't work out, man.
Oh,
like,
me
man,
too.
like,
You ain't
God,
the only
dog.
one. You are not the only one.
But
Trust me
it
on that.
was so many factors in that, and Jay Cutler is a perfect example of why, it's hard to say, oh well, if we draft Caleb, he's gonna be good. Well, guess what? Jay Cutler is one of the most talented dudes to ever come out, right? Am I lying?
Yep.
True. Very
And
No,
what
you're
did the
not.
Bears do? Messed it up.
Bro. They messed him up.
Messed it up, bro.
They
So
messed
if
him
you
up.
think, and I know that's a different regime, I know that people are like, oh, it's this. I get all that, but guess what? If you ain't developed a quarterback in this long, in your super long ass history, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't know, man. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? If Justin don't work out, yeah, then we can get another guy. I just feel like, and I said this before, and I said this a couple episodes, like, I don't want Caleb to come here with all these high expectations that these people are putting on him.
And then he
And then
doesn't pan out. Yeah.
if he doesn't pan out, it's like we talked about in space. I'm not gonna say person name, but it's like they're like, well, this person, there's never been nobody that won a second contract that wasn't Hall of Famer. And then I was like, well, what if Caleb doesn't reach Hall of Fame? Like, if he's not a Hall of Fame trajectory, but he's just really good, oh, we ain't not gonna pay him then. That's stupid. So we're gonna do the same thing we doing right now? Like, that don't even make. When are we gonna, like? I'm just tired of just kicking the dang can down the street and hoping you're gonna get a guy eventually. Like, come on, man. Like, some dudes don't reach Hall of Fame potential until their fourth or fifth year. Excuse me. Look at if y'all get a chance, go look at Kirk Cousins' number. That man was decent his first 3 years, but when he finally got a real opportunity, when they quit playing around with him, you know what I'm saying? Like, when especially when we went to Minnesota, when Minnesota put faith in him and said, you are our guy, and they showed him, bro, look at Kirk Cousins now. Now, you can say he might not be top 10 right now, but I mean, I could argue that, because and guess what? None of us on here Kirk Cousins fans, but you're not going to tell me that man is not top 10 when he's healthy. I'm sorry. He's good. And I'm not hating on. Facts is facts, man. The man is good.
I don't like that logic of thinking of, if he's not good and you're going to pass him away, at some point we got to add the right situation around the quarterback. We got to actually come to a common ground with helping these quarterbacks out, not just freaking shuffling them. You got to actually put a team around a quarterback at some point, whether that's Justin or you go with a new guy. You got to help that quarterback out, and it can't be I'm not certain with this decision. You got to be firm in your decision that you are 100% making the right move.
Mm-hmm.
Fans like it or not.
Because at the end of the day, I've said it for months. I don't care who's that quarterback. The playoffs. So if you feel like Caleb Williams could do that for you, cool. As long as we make the playoffs. If Justin Fields is back next year, I expect the playoffs. So I really don't care. There you go.
Well, it's even like if y'all, I don't know how much y'all.
Playoffs is the goal. That's the floor.
Like
playoffs is the floor.
I tried to read Moshe Peter King's article, and he said something about Justin Herbert. He said, hey, Justin Herbert, yeah, you have all these great numbers and stats and all that good stuff, but hey, you need a deep playoff run, buddy.
Yeah, for
then it's
sure.
gonna people gonna start looking at you sideways, and he's right. Like, you can fall a number. Yeah, numbers will carry you, and they'll give you grace for a while, right? But guess what? If you're not winning or you ain't really doing that, your team's not doing what they should be doing, then you're gonna be just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I told people, I'm standing on this. It is what it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll say it. But I feel like Justin Herbert gonna take a step back as far as numbers wise. I think they're gonna be better. I think he's gonna be a better QB because Harbaugh don't play that type of game. That's not his game. He's not
No,
throwing the ball 80
no.
million times. And if you think Austin Eckler ain't gonna get them touches, I got an island for sale for you right now.
Bro, Austin
I'm trying
Eckler
to tell
should
you that.
be licking his chops. That's what he should be doing.
I think what Justin Herbert is, I think the way they constructed the roster is like they kind of did him a disservice because they added too much on the defensive side of the ball and they wasn't thinking about cap and stuff like that and building and having a philosophy by building a team strictly from the draft. I don't feel like they done it. They just stacked a team that looked good on paper. That's
Right.
not really producing. They're just putting up a bunch of numbers, but they're still missing other key important spots.
Yeah. It's just look at they signed JC Jackson all that money, but he didn't fit whatsoever.
Bro, they ended up getting rid of him too, didn't they?
Right.
Khalil,
You just out here passing out
That was
money
so crazy.
Khalil
and
Mack.
they
But
and not building your team right. But that's the difference between their GM, who is a GM. Where's he GMing at? Is it the
he's with the
Raiders now?
Raiders now.
Raiders and Brian Poles. Like, regardless of what, like we said, we go back to it, regardless of how
Tom
we feel.
Telesco.
Yeah, Ryan Poles is actually building the team, man. He is, bro. Like, if you can't see it, then you blind or something.
That's why you
I
just
don't know what
gotta
to tell you.
trust his decision. He'll
Man,
make the right choice.
even look at I hate to get off topic. Even look at Khalil Mack, put up a bunch of stats, but because they don't have those other dudes on that offense and that defense, it's his job is much more harder. At that point, he just stat packing.
Yeah, he is, man. Honestly, he is. Like, he had a good season. I mean, his numbers will say he had a great season, but the man had 6 sacks in one game, so
Yeah, he did.
that helped out tremendously.
That was
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Good.
So it's like, not saying he's not still good. I mean, he still is. He still produces. Shoot, you still got to be some type of somebody to get 17 sacks. But still, like you said, to me, it wasn't like, if you look at his impact compared to who won Myles Garrett, you know what I'm saying? Myles Garrett's impact on the game is way different than Khalil Mack.
Oh, for sure.
On 100.
And you know what I'm saying? Khalil Mack had more sacks than him, right? I think Khalil had more sacks than Myles Garrett.
He did, but Myles Garrett impact was insane.
He's
the Browns wouldn't be the Browns without Myles. Period. Point blank.
Right.
Myles is a pressure dude. He just, I think a lot of people was having a discussion about him and TJ Watt. TJ Watt had a lot of sacks, but TJ Watt is not necessarily as feared as a defensive end as Myles Garrett is, because you can have all the sacks, but when you look at the pressure rate between the two, that's gonna set the difference.
Yeah, how do y'all feel about that? Like, real quick, I'm glad you brought it. How did y'all feel about that? Is TJ Watt feeling he got snubbed? How did y'all feel about that?
He didn't get snubbed. He really did. I'm sorry, he didn't get
Myles
snubbed.
Garrett, the best
like just turn on Myles Garrett's season this year, bro. It wasn't even close. It wasn't close. I'm sorry, it was not close.
Yeah,
Myles Garrett was just on an entirely different planet from everybody else.
To me,
when I saw that, I'll go ahead, Isaiah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say really quick. When I seen him kind of throw Trent Williams a little bit, that sold it for me. That was like, okay, now this man,
that man is serious, man.
He's just different. He's just different.
That man is serious, man.
Bro, he's just different. It's crazy.
That man is serious, bro. That man is serious, man. Yeah. Oh, what's up, big bro? Ray, man.
What's up, bro?
Love you too, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah. So that's all right. We'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? A couple more subjects. We'll talk about the Bears press conference, which also had people on edge. And then we'll end it with the draft combine. See, how y'all feeling about that? News came out about Marvin Harrison Jr. and Doomsday, all that. So we'll get to that. But we'll start the Bears press conference and tell me, how y'all were feeling when y'all saw it. Even Matt Eberflus is crazy. Man,
bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Eberflus.
Eberflus with the beard and the gray, bro, he was looking like Greg Bragg. Shout out to Greg Braggs. But no, there was nothing there. Like they just talked word salad. That's why I'm like, what are people trying to interpret? Like Bears Twitter is crazy, bro. I can't lie. They try to interpret every little thing. I'm just like, bro, they didn't say nothing. They just went up there and talked for 15 minutes to satisfy our needs, but they didn't say anything we didn't already know, basically. So,
it seemed like they practiced them. They seemed like they were ready.
Bro,
they were ready for whatever you had.
I'm pretty sure they practiced with Waldron on what to say, because he didn't say much of nothing. He didn't say much of nothing. So
he almost slipped up a couple times. I ain't gonna lie, he did. He almost slipped up a couple times. He did.
But I came away with nothing from either person. So,
well, I mean, as far as that, you couldn't really. I think they definitely didn't tell. They ain't getting nothing away on that. But the thing I like about Waldron, well, you know what? I'll start with Eric Washington first, because then I'll talk about Waldron.
He was nice. I like him.
I like Eric Washington's energy, man. I like what that man was talking about. Like I'm sorry, I think the defense is gonna get even better, man. Like the way that man was talking, I think they're gonna be scary.
And a safety, we could.
I like it because one of the players on the defense line I've been complaining about, so he can lit a fire if this dude stay. I forget his name. I think he was mentioned for Man of the Year or something like that. A nominee for
Justin Jones.
I would need him to lit a fire on his butt because I get sick and tired of him.
Is he under contract?
I think
no, he's not.
I didn't think so. He's a free agent.
But I think they're gonna re-sign him for a cheap deal. I think so.
I need them to lit a fire under him because you got to get it together.
I think for him, man, honestly, and I don't know, maybe y'all can speak to it better because y'all have been doing it longer. Maybe his technique is off, man. Maybe it was just something with his technique that's not allowing him to get to the quarterback on a consistent basis. Because I'm not gonna say it's the coaching, as far as like, because we saw that they got Pickens and Dexter and Billings, they all were trending upward, but then he just like, I don't know, maybe he reached his ceiling already and he just can't go no further, or maybe he just needs somebody, like you said, maybe he need an extra push there. Like he needs somebody to be like,
I guess
somebody needs somebody to lit a fire under him.
Because it's not really technique with him. It's not his technique. No, I just think he isn't, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not his technique.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
he needs that push along the way, though, because I'm not gonna lie, Andrew Billings deserved that extension. That man is beautiful.
I was so glad when he did
beautiful.
That. For an example,
that man is beautiful.
You guys know the guy that just got fired from the 49ers, the defensive coordinator.
Steve Wilks.
He's the type of guy that's gonna be able to be a voice on the defensive side of the ball. That's why I was hoping we could get him into a assistant defensive.
Bro, I can't believe the Niners let him go though.
You need to get some guys in there to lit a fire under some of these guys behind, especially guys on the offensive line and the defensive line. Like you got to play the game with a relentless effort, and that's just like some of these guys. I question, like, you here to play football, play it like it's your last down.
Bro, they don't be caring out there. Chris Morgan got promoted, y'all.
Yeah,
I guess that's the one takeaway I take from that. Chris Morgan got promoted. So,
but it's funny though because
that's interesting.
It's funny because Coach T said that. He said he gonna have a bigger. He said it. He said he gonna have a bigger role, and it's like people like no, and then Chris Morgan gets promoted.
Right, he got promoted. So
y'all, I might
Chris
not.
Morgan.
Y'all might not like you. I'm just saying, you might want to start listening to T because he been on a lot of stuff. Him, Steve-O, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not like exactly what they're saying, but I'm telling y'all right now, they've been pretty consistent and right on what they, some of the things they've said. You know what I'm saying? And like with Waldron, I don't know. I got excited because that man, he seems like he is chomping at the bit to get this offense right, and I think that for him. Whoever we decide to go with a quarterback, I think we're going to be in good hands because and what's my man name? The QB coach. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Kerry Joseph.
Kerry Joseph. I think they're gonna be really good. I think for whoever it is. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am, man.
Oh,
I can't
I'm
wait to
excited.
see it. You know, I am. I'm excited because I just think for the first time in a long time we're gonna have really good offensive coaches. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we're gonna see the team elevate. I just hope the offensive line get in tune. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Draft to center Ryan Poles. I'm on your neck.
yes,
I'll be there Saturday. I will come find you. Don't make
they
me
need
do
to
it.
draft a center and
Like, don't
they
make
need
me
to
do it,
sign a
bro.
center.
Come get
Man, I'm
Cedric.
trying to tell you, man.
Come get him. Come get Cedric. That's what we
Bro.
need.
Bro,
People
I'll
are
tell
trying
him
to
at the
not talk
draft
about him.
Saturday. I'll tell
They
him at the
forget about
draft
him.
Saturday. Bro,
They,
he better
they,
walk out with one of them centers, bro.
Okay, so
people are
I'm
forgetting about him.
So yeah, so I'm glad that's a perfect segue, Isaiah. So all right, so we'll talk about the draft combine this week. At least I think you said it. You're going Saturday, right?
I'll be there Saturday for the draft
Mm,
combine. That's the quarterbacks and wide receivers and I think tight ends. So I'm excited to go.
mm,
I went last year. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was fun last year. So I'm excited to go back again. I'm going for my birthday because we're going to go also see my sister. So,
oh, nice.
why not? Make a 2-for-1.
That's 2 for 1 trip, man.
So,
That's
because our
awesome.
birthday is Wednesday. So, fun fact,
Okay.
I'm a twin, guys. Haha. But
Nice.
our birthday's Wednesday, so I have school on my birthday, ironically. So we're just gonna go hang out in Indy and spend our birthday weekend down there. So that'll be fun.
So,
Screaming because none of the top quarterbacks are throwing, which is kind of a bummer. I gotta watch Bo Nix and Michael Penix throw, but it's fine, I guess. I'll get over it.
Ryan Pope,
yeah,
go Knicks.
What?
yo,
Bo Nix agenda. Let's go. I'll do it.
yeah. Bo Nix agenda. Go ahead. Who
Bo
who
Nix
wants to who wants
agenda.
to start?
It will happen. It will happen. Take Bo Nix. Round 4. Do it.
No,
Man, you know what? I wouldn't be opposed to him in like a late round. Honestly,
Bro, I wouldn't either. People
what can you
laugh
go
at me,
wrong
but
with
I
it?
would take Bo Nix in the later round. If you decide to stick with Justin, I'm drafting a quarterback for competition. Don't think
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely. You got to get a quarterback.
And is.
I think there's a lot of guys who people are literally like not even talking about. Like even Blake Corum, he's the type of guy that nobody is everybody talking about. The running back from Wisconsin, the running back from Florida State. Nobody is talking about Blake Corum. Like they just falling off.
Blake Corum a dog, bro.
Those 2 third-round picks. Can we possibly hit Cedric and him? I mean, man.
If we
Hey, you know what? I give Isaiah credit, man, because I remember he was on us about Blake Corum. No, and then he saw that man play. He like, oh yeah, no, he a dog for real.
Yeah, he a dog. Blake Corum a dog.
Because he wasn't giving him no love, and now he a dog. So it's funny because he was like, y'all don't know what y'all talk about. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you.
We tried to tell you, bro. We tried to tell you, bro.
I'm not
Best
saying
running
we would
back in the nation. Don't play.
Hey, I'm not saying we would have beat y'all, and I told you this. I'm not saying we would have beat y'all last year, but we'd have made it to the national championship with him.
We sure would have. Don't play.
I'm telling you this right now. Y'all definitely had the better team. Absolutely, y'all had way more than Michigan had, but with him, we would have dog walked TCU.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
we would have, bro. It would have been over, bro. If we just handed the ball off and let him work, it would have been over. Because we also had Donovan Edwards too.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
he's a difference maker, man. He is, man. And it's like people
them two together, it was over, bro.
It was over.
I feel like our running back room just lacked explosiveness. Like, man.
Oh, I agree. I completely agree.
I'm so sick and tired of seeing. No disrespect to Herbert, good running back, but when you got Herbert out there starting, and he should not be starting.
Bro,
and then
talk about it,
bro.
Talk about it.
Oh my god.
Talk about it. Hey, talk about it, man. Hey,
bro. Can you get a running back in here? Like we need that running back.
The crazy thing is like Justin missed 4 games and still led the team in rushing.
Rushing. He still ended off the season with most, and I mean Lamar did for the Ravens, but that's a different story though.
That's different though, but I just don't understand. I'm like the man missed 4 games and still led the team in rushing. That's
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
month of football and you still lead the team. That's crazy. Like what are you doing?
I don't think Getty knew how to, and I'm not saying Herbert is this game changing back. I just think Gessie did not know how to use him well. I don't. I
I don't
just
think
don't think
he knew how to use most of them well because Roshan is actually pretty decent. I
Roshan
think he
is a
needs
dog.
another Roshan Johnson. I think he needs another complimentary piece next to him, but he's a dog, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's a
Roshan
dog
Johnson is man.
because he can also catch passes out the backfield. Like the dude is nice.
We need to get Blake Corum because I looked at him. I want to say,
bro, he can catch passes out the backfield too.
A little bit throughout last week, and it's just some of the cuts he just made. Man,
bro, his cuts is
gonna sign that up. I'm sorry.
Yo, when he cuts, like his cuts are so precise. Like especially when he finna hit the hole. When he cuts right, oh God.
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen a running back and hit like him in Chicago since David Montgomery because David Montgomery was.
I was gonna say that's probably my comp for him, to be honest.
That's a good comp, though. I didn't even think that's actually a good comp, man. That is. Yeah. That's a really good comp. They play similarly. I think Corum. I don't know. Corum is a little bit more explosive than Montgomery, but Montgomery's is bigger.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He's bigger, but Corum is damn near just as strong as he is, man. Like that man's legs look like tree trunks.
And that man will run through the whistle. Like he'll wait till that whistle is blown. He runs through contact like he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at him, it's like he looks so small, but then when you see a picture of him, he's just like he don't look like how he played. Like he just look so small. He plays really, really small. Mm-hmm. It's weird with him. I don't know how to really explain
it. You're right. He kind of like y'all remember like Darren Sproles. Remember how that man? Oh man, that dude. You like this little dude is killing. Like yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Darren Sproles would have been good for this league right now because he wouldn't have to take the bulk of carries, so he could have been his normal self. I think he just came a little too early for his skill set. But if Darren Sproles was playing right now, that man would be electric. I'll tell you that right now.
He got Darren Sproles mixed in with just crazy cuts, man. And it's just like he's small, but it's weird with him because it's like he can run you over, but then it's like he also can beat you with speed and just make some crazy cuts.
He do, man.
I don't know.
He hit it the way he hits the whole when the lineman like they make a big enough alley for him, good luck. Right. You meet him one-on-one, hey, you're gonna get embarrassed, man. I'm telling you right now.
For sure.
Like he'll put a move on somebody. And if one of them linebackers, you better be Fred Warner or you finna get embarrassed. I'm telling you that right now. That man he either running you over or he putting a move on you and he gone. And you're gonna be sitting there looking like, what happened?
Michigan's offensive line was, even at times when it wasn't that great, that man was still picking up 5 yards. Right. Like Blake Corum was still picking up 5 yards. I'm just like
they were good this year, but they were better last year. I'm just gonna be real.
They were way better last year. They were way better last year.
But this year, bro. To me, it's like Tariq Cohen, but like Tariq is obviously a lot more faster. And a little
Tariq was he was a
like how he's skilled up, but like he got the ability to do everything. It's nothing he can't do. That's why when you
I'm interested in his numbers. Yeah,
that's why when you say a good freaking running back that would be good in today's league, I think Tariq Cohen will be good because you also can use him in a receiving game. Not enough for being good in today's league too, and I think that injury.
He's with the Panthers.
He would still be really good.
He was on their practice squad, and I don't know what happened, but hopefully they'll resign him. Hopefully he'll get an opportunity.
I think he signed a reserves futures contract last time I checked.
Oh, that's what's up. I hope so, man. Tariq deserves another chance, man. That man,
for sure,
he's good, man. How do y'all feel about MHJ not doing nothing this offseason? He said he ain't doing.
I'm not surprised. Nothing. None of the top guys do anything. Like
he ain't even doing. I heard he ain't doing a pro day. I heard he ain't even doing a pro day. That man ain't doing nothing.
He's not doing a pro day either. Yeah,
that's supposedly what I saw. Or I saw that on Twitter right before I came in. Supposedly he's not doing anything.
Well, he said he's just training. I mean, I kind of don't blame him, right? So I went last year, right? Most of the top guys except CJ really did anything, right? And that's because if you remember, Andrew Voorhees, he was a guard from USC, I think, or something. Mm-hmm. He tore his ACL doing the 40, I think it was, or one of the O-line drills. He tore his ACL,
Yeah.
and so these players fear of getting hurt and all that. So I get why they're not doing it. I get it. Like I get it, but you were talking about it in the space earlier how back in the old days they did everything. They did the combine, pro day, all of that. These players now, nah, they like to preserve their bodies, so they don't
Which
do
I
anything.
understand. I understand both
I
sides of it. Go
get
ahead,
it,
Zay. Go
but
ahead, Zay.
I was gonna say real quick. See, he's smart not to, do any of those drills because
Right.
Malik Neighbors, he fast as heck, and you don't want to get outran in a 40 by him because GM that stuff. And then he got some good hand. See, I understand why he didn't do it because if
you think Neighbors will outdo him, huh?
I think Neighbors personally will outdo him, and I think somebody will be crazy enough to take Neighbors over him.
But both are good though. Both are good receivers. You can't go wrong with either.
1A and 1B, honestly.
Yeah,
you can go.
Can't go wrong with either one.
I say Marvin a little bit ahead of Neighbors, but it's like
I would put Marvin. The only reason I'm putting Marvin ahead is because he worked magic with Kyle McCord, like that, bruh.
Yeah,
he made Kyle McCord look average at best. So.
But
Neighbors is a dog in his own right.
Doomsday isn't doing anything either.
Yeah, Doomsday's not. I'm like, bro, we about to be watching Leggett.
I think he's doing his pro day, but I don't think Doomsday's not doing nothing but interviews. I think,
just interviews.
getting measures. I think he's getting hype. Obviously all of them do the hype, weight and all that good stuff. But
man, we about to find out the truth about Caleb's height. I'm sure.
Remember last year when Bryce's came out? Remember how people switched up when Bryce's came out? Bryce is only 5'11". What? Oh, we don't want him. He's too short.
Because all Alabama did was put him at 6 feet. And
Caleb's a little taller. Caleb's Caleb's probably 6 foot.
I think he's probably 6 foot in stocking feet. Pretty sure he's 6 foot in stocking feet, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, I think he's 6 foot.
That's about Kyler Murray height.
It's weird about him is because he's not the tallest, but he built you could tell he built.
Bro, he's built like Kyler Murray. His comp is Kyler Murray for me. They built the same, bro. Like Kyler Murray's not tall, but he's like rocked up. It's crazy. I'd be like, Dad, Kyler, what you be doing, bro?
Lincoln Riley has a type, man. Straight up. All the dudes are damn near built the same way, man. All of them.
Sure,
if you think about it,
Baker ain't tall either.
They all got big legs
and stocky.
And they short, stocky, and got big legs. All of them, and they all got these crazy arms.
So does Patrick, though.
6
so
foot,
does Mahomes.
right around that area.
Right there, yep. Because you think of Kyler Murray,
Mahomes,
Baker, Caleb. Well, Mahomes. I mean, he was at Texas Tech, but you know what I'm saying? Like those 3 guys for sure. And I don't know the other guy. What's that? Miller. What's his name? Miller Moss. Yeah. He looked like he same kind of build too. Like, he definitely has a type.
Yeah, man. I'm like Lincoln Riley got a type because, bro, it's crazy.
Like Miller, like when you see that, it's like that meme where Leonardo DiCaprio, he be pointing. Like when you see that corner, he like that's him. Yep, get him.
The Spider-Man when they're pointing at each other. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's funny, man. I'm like. Crazy. If you look at them, it's like, man, all them dudes look the same. Damn near. Like
that's why I'm like, I can see the Kyler Murray comp. I definitely can see it now. Like, dog.
Yeah.
I definitely can see it. Crazy.
You think anybody real quick, anybody's stock gonna rise? Anybody who you think stock may rise real quick? Anybody y'all thinking of?
I'm biased. Roman Wilson. Mm-hmm. He had a really good Senior Bowl, bro. I think he'll do good at the combine. Roman Wilson. The wide receiver from Michigan. But I'm also biased, so I kind of hope he drops so we snag him in the 3rd round. Period.
That's all right.
I think he's going to Chargers. I think it's a done deal. He's going to Chargers.
Bro, I hope we get a 2nd or something so we can snag him before Tim Harbaugh does. Don't play.
A dude that's rising is the guy from Missouri, the edge rusher.
The edge rusher.
Demarius Robinson, something like that.
Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about him.
He a dog, bro.
But that was a receiver they got. Isn't it a receiver they had that was pretty good? What's his name? I forgot his name.
Leggett?
No.
Not Leggett. Somebody else, man.
Oh, you talking about from Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri. Yeah.
Oh
Didn't have
no, you're thinking of the running back Schrader, right? The running back
maybe so. It may be
Schrader,
so. I don't know.
something Schrader. It's something Schrader. I'm forgetting his
I thought
first
they had
name.
a receiver, man. They were
He's real
playing.
good. I know you're talking about. He's gonna be next year. He's really, really good.
You know, oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about because when they were playing y'all and they just kept throwing to him. I'm like, man, they really are trying to get this guy the ball. They wasn't looking at no other receiver. It was him or nobody. I was like, yeah, no, he's pretty good, man. He's pretty good, man. So yeah, that's the combine, man. I'm looking forward to. Like I was telling Elise earlier, man. I never really honestly like kind of paid attention to it because I never really was into the X and O's stuff. But like I was telling y'all got me into the looking at different stuff, man. Like
I'm about to be a kid in a candy store. Period.
Man,
Blank.
I never, you know what I'm saying? Like I just love sports. So I just watch it. I never really got into like why this person that, except for like basketball, kinda, sorta. But like football, nah, I just watched it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I just watched Jerry Rice. That was my favorite player. Still my favorite player. And him, and goddamn Charles Wilson's my favorite players. I love them too, for sure. So you know that's what I love. That's what I love about football. But now that y'all have shown me, you know, the other side, like it's different when you see it, man. Because it's like now you can see players you like. Everybody like, yeah, he's gonna be good in the NFL. And then you look at him, you like, no, he ain't. No, he got y'all fooled, man. He's not gonna be that guy, man. Like it's like now that I look back on Kevin White, I'm sitting here thinking like, how the hell why did we pick him? I was like, the signs was there.
Bro, don't get me started on Kevin White. I'm about to get triggered. Don't do that.
The signs was there, man. Right. They were.
That's what, bro. Oh my God. Don't get me started, bro.
So next week, hopefully, next week we'll probably talk about the draft, the whole, recap the combine as a whole. We'll talk about
what I saw, how much I was screaming.
Yeah, I want to bring Steve-O on so we can talk because Steve-O knows a lot like y'all, and I just fired around and let y'all go down range and y'all talk about it because once y'all get to talking, y'all can go for a long time. I'll just sit back here and just enjoy the show. So y'all, all three, y'all just know it down pat. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully one day we can get all four of y'all, y'all two, Coach T, and Steve-O, and just y'all can just talk football, man. And I'll just be the fly on the wall. Cause y'all, I'm like just telling y'all, it's great having people that know the game and it isn't so obsessed with just one position or one guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know different stuff. And I was telling Lisa, I texted when we were texting back and forth. My buddy, Monty, he was like, man, he's like, what's her name? Elise AJ. He's like, man, she was talking about guys I'd never heard of in my life. He's like, man, she got me excited about football. I was like, bro, now imagine how I was when I met them a year ago. Like, I'm telling you, I was not watching college football, period. I wasn't. I just didn't like it. But then when talking to y'all got me like, okay, now I look at different stuff so I can enjoy the game instead of because it's just like basketball. We talked about it. It's all up and down. That's boring, man. I don't like that. I want to see some defense, some special teams, some of that. Like I need that in my life. But
I feel like it's easy to just root for a team, but like I want to know the players that could potentially be on the team I'm rooting for. Like, bro, exactly. Like what are these players' strengths and weaknesses? What do they do best? What do they not do well? Like, I'd like to know more about the player because if they're gonna be on my team, I at least want somewhat of knowledge about them. So
just like in my opinion, I got a couple of guys who I don't think that's gonna necessarily find a lot of success in the NFL, and one of them I ran past is Johnny Wilson. I think he's gonna a little bit.
Oh yeah, from FSU.
FSU, right? The big tall receiver, right?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Everybody always say, well, he's a freak of nature. We seen that, done that. We didn't been through that situation. Claypool.
Yeah, no.
Everybody trying to be
no.
We don't need that.
He's not going. No, he ain't going. I just don't feel. I don't see it either. I'm just like, all right. But you know what? Somebody's going to draft him because he's 6'7",
something like that,
240 or some ridiculous numbers. Yeah, somebody gonna pick him because he's this big body receiver. Like, yeah, we can turn him in. Okay, good luck. You better get to the right
Right.
team, because if you don't, you go to somewhere that if he got to be the number one receiver, you gonna be in for a world of hurt. I'm just
And you a guy that's that size that can have a good catch radius. That's the problem.
man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. But
Right.
you know, hey, that's all right. But you know, we can call it the end of the show, man, because at least we gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get on the tangent. So
Right.
I apologize at least, because we
No,
keep
that's
making you
cool.
late. But you know,
I'm
it was a
never
good show,
late
man.
anyway. I usually beat him there, so.
Oh, okay. Well, same on the teacher then. Nah,
Yeah.
just playing. But yeah,
Nah, he's
so
cool.
next week, man, you know, hopefully we'll get to talk about the draft combine and whatever else, everything
If
else
news
crazy that
breaks,
comes out.
right? If news breaks, we'll talk that too. So.
Yeah, we'll
Because
talk that
everyone
too, man.
swears we're trading Justin this week, so maybe a trade happens this week.
Oh,
I
we
don't
don't know
think so,
about next
man.
week. Guaranteed what's gonna friggin' happen.
And so
Or probably this
hey,
week.
you never
It
know.
might be, man.
Like I
It
said,
might
Adam
be.
Schefter tweeted about us trading the number 1 pick on February 27th last year. So today's
When
the
do they?
26th.
I
So
think
you
they
never
do the
know. You
interviews.
never
I
know.
think the quarterback interviews are Wednesday or Thursday. I think.
They're Wednesday. I think they're Wednesday.
Is it
I think they're
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So we might know something by Thursday or Friday, man. Honestly,
Like I said, we might. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see.
I mean, we'll have to
We'll
see,
break it
man. You
all
know, it
down
is.
if something happens. We'll break it all
Yeah,
down.
and then we'll talk about the rest of the week in sports or whatever else. Anything anything else. You know, we'll talk about. Matter of fact, you know, if we don't get too bogged down the draft, we'll talk about the playoff race for the NBA, because it's really down to 20 games left now. So
Yeah,
we
just
getting
about.
down to the nitty
Bulls
gritty.
in the
So
play-in for now, so we'll see if they
for
can
now,
keep that
yeah,
up.
so we'll talk about those two things, and you know, hopefully y'all have a good rest of y'all evening, man. Again, at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? I'm Julius. You know, you can see my ad at the bottom along with Lisa's and Isaiah's. Make sure you guys give us a follow on Ray's Juke Joint. Like, subscribe, and comment. And thank y'all for tuning in again for another week. And y'all have a good one, man.
Thank you, guys.
Peace. All right, y'all.
Peace out.